Hello, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Welcome to Wellness for Modern Seniors, the place where strength, vitality, and wisdom come together for the best years of your life. Today, we're diving deep into something that could change how you see aging. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down, losing your independence, or giving up on the things you love. In fact, some seniors are aging in reverse, showing us how to stay strong, sharp, and steady well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Over the next several minutes, we're going to explore 7 surprising signs that prove you're aging in reverse. These aren't about looking younger or chasing youth. They're about real abilities that show your body and mind are still working beautifully together, even when many expect the opposite. So, let's get started with sign number 1. Getting up from the floor without help. Now, you might not think much about this, but it's one of the most powerful signs of your body's true health. For many seniors, especially those over 80, the floor can feel like a trap. It's easy to sit down, but getting back up without leaning on furniture or calling for help? That's a different story. Here's why this matters. Getting up from the floor is a full-body challenge. Your legs have to be strong enough to push your entire weight up. Your core muscles, those deep abdominal and back muscles, have to stabilize your spine. Your balance and coordination need to be sharp so you don't topple over as you rise. And your brain has to coordinate all these movements perfectly. Studies show that seniors who can do this easily tend to live longer and healthier lives. One long-term study found that those able to get up from the floor without assistance had a significantly lower risk of death within 6 years compared to those who needed help. That's a powerful message. Let me share a story. I once met Walter, an 84-year-old man who could sit cross-legged on the floor with his great-grandchildren and jump right back up without a second thought. His doctor told him his muscle age was closer to 65. Walter's not special because he's lucky. He's special because he's kept his body active and strong. If you can still get up from the floor on your own, that's your body telling you, I'm still going strong. And if you can't quite do it yet, don't worry. With the right exercises and some practice, you can improve this ability and take back your confidence. In fact, simple moves like practicing sitting down and standing up from a low chair, gentle core strengthening, and leg exercises can make a huge difference. Remember, my modern and unstoppable seniors, being able to get up from the floor is more than a skill. It's a symbol of your independence, your strength, and your resilience. Stay with me, and we'll move on to the next sign soon. My modern and unstoppable seniors. Now that we've explored how getting up from the floor shows your strength and balance, let's talk about something that reveals just how youthful your heart and lungs really are. Walking briskly without losing your breath. Walking is something most of us do every day, but how you walk, your speed, your confidence, and your stamina tells a story about your overall health that's easy to overlook. Many people assume it's normal to slow down a lot in your 70s or 80s. But here's the truth. If you can still walk fast and steady without feeling winded, your body is sending you a powerful message that you're aging in reverse. Research actually calls walking speed the 6th vital sign because it's so closely tied to longevity. One fascinating study found that for every tiny increase in walking speed, the risk of dying drops dramatically. Why? Because walking fast means your heart is pumping well, your lungs are delivering oxygen efficiently, and your muscles are still firing with strength and coordination. Think about it like this. When you walk briskly, your blood vessels need to be flexible to keep up. Your lungs must work to bring in oxygen, and your muscles need the energy to keep moving. It's a full-body workout that you're doing naturally just by putting one foot in front of the other. I want to tell you about Leonard, an 81-year-old friend of mine who takes a 3-mile walk every morning. He calls it his morning reset. Leonard says when he walks fast and breathes deeply, it's like his whole body wakes up. And that feeling isn't just in his head. It's a real sign that his circulatory and respiratory systems are still in great shape. If you're watching this and can pick up the pace without getting tired or out of breath, that's fantastic. You're showing the world and yourself that your body is thriving. And if you find your pace slowing or your breath shortening, that's okay too. With gentle, consistent practice, you can improve your walking speed and stamina over time. Start by adding a few minutes of brisk walking to your daily routine. Use a timer or your favorite music to keep a steady pace. Remember to breathe deeply. Keep your posture tall and focus on smooth, confident steps. My modern and unstoppable seniors, walking briskly is about more than just speed. It's about keeping your body's engine running strong and your heart healthy. Keep moving forward. And when you're ready, just let me know to send you Sign 3, Maintaining Sharp Memory and Cognitive Function. My modern and unstoppable seniors. So far, we've talked about physical signs of aging in reverse: strength, balance, and stamina. Now, let's turn our attention to the incredible powerhouse inside your head, your brain. Sign number 3 is maintaining a sharp memory and strong cognitive function. Many people assume memory loss and confusion are inevitable with age, but that's not the full story. While some changes in memory are normal, your brain is incredibly adaptable, and many seniors maintain or even improve their mental sharpness well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond. So, what does it look like to have a brain that's aging in reverse? It means you can remember names, appointments, or where you left your keys without struggling. It means you stay curious, enjoy learning new things, and can solve problems with confidence. It's about staying mentally engaged and emotionally resilient. All vital signs of brain health. Why does this happen? It's because your brain forms new connections throughout your life, a process called neuroplasticity. The more you challenge your brain, the more it grows and adapts. This is great news for my modern and unstoppable seniors because it means you can strengthen your memory with the right habits and exercises. Research shows that activities like reading, puzzles, learning a new skill, or even socializing can keep your brain sharp. Physical exercise, especially aerobic workouts, also boost blood flow to the brain, supporting memory and cognitive function. Let me share a story about Helen, a 78-year-old who started learning to play the piano in her late 60s. She says it's not just about the music, it's the mental workout that keeps her mind lively and young. Helen's memory and focus have improved so much. She feels more confident managing everyday tasks and even picking up new hobbies. If you're noticing little slips in your memory, don't panic. Instead, try to incorporate brain-friendly habits into your daily life. Challenge yourself with new puzzles or games. Stay socially connected. Conversations and shared experiences keep your brain active. Keep learning, whether it's a new language, a craft, or even just exploring new ideas online. My modern and unstoppable seniors, maintaining sharp memory and cognitive function isn't just about avoiding decline. It's about thriving, mentally and emotionally. Your brain is proof that you can age with grace, wisdom, and vitality. My modern and unstoppable seniors, let's talk about something that might not get as much attention as memory or muscle, but it's just as crucial. Your balance. Sign number 4 that you're aging in reverse is having steady, confident balance. And yes, that includes walking across a room without wobbling, climbing stairs without grabbing the rail, and standing on one leg without tipping over. Now, most people don't notice their balance slipping until it starts causing problems. A stumble here, a near fall there, and suddenly, confidence fades. But here's what's amazing. If your balance is still solid, it's a major signal that your body is working in harmony. Balance isn't just about your legs or your feet. It's a beautiful coordination between your inner ear, eyes, muscles, joints, and brain. That's right. Your nervous system, muscular system, and even your sense of space and motion are all teaming up every time you stand or move. If any part of that chain weakens, your balance suffers. That's why good balance in your 70s or 80s is a quiet superpower. It means your brain is communicating clearly with your body. It means your posture is aligned, your reflexes are intact, and your muscles are doing their job. I want to introduce you to Samuel, age 79. Every morning, he practices standing on one foot while brushing his teeth. He says it's a reminder that he's still in control of his body, and it shows. Samuel walks with confidence, never rushes, and hasn't had a single fall in over a decade. His doctor once told him his balance is better than most 50-year-olds. Here's the truth. Falls are the #1 cause of injury in older adults. But balance isn't something you lose overnight. It fades slowly if you don't use it. The good news? It can also be rebuilt. Simple exercises like standing on one leg for 10 to 20 seconds, walking heel to toe in a straight line, practicing gentle Tai Chi or yoga movements. These can reawaken your balance systems and restore your stability, sometimes within just a few weeks. So if you can walk with confidence, reach for a shelf without swaying, or stand tall without fear, celebrate it. That's your body telling you, I'm strong, I'm connected, I've got you. My modern and unstoppable seniors, your balance is your foundation. Keep it strong and everything else becomes easier. Let me know when you're ready for sign. 5. Maintaining flexible joints and pain-free movement. Alright, my modern and unstoppable seniors, we've talked about strength, balance, and brain power. Now let's shift our focus to something that affects almost everything you do. Even if you don't realize it, your joints. Sign number 5, that you're aging in reverse is maintaining flexible joints and moving without pain. Think about how many daily movements depend on joint flexibility. Reaching overhead, bending to tie your shoes, twisting to grab something from the back seat of the car. These aren't small feats when you're older. For many people, joints become stiff, achy, and inflamed with age. And once pain sets in, movement slows down, activity drops, and independence starts slipping away. But not for you. If you're still bending, stretching, and walking with ease, that's a clear sign your body is resisting the wear and tear of aging. And it's not luck. It's often the result of consistency, care, and movement. Joints are surrounded by cartilage, ligaments, and fluid-filled sacs that help reduce friction and absorb shock. When you stay active and mobile, you're literally feeding your joints, keeping them lubricated, oxygenated, and strong. Let me tell you about Rosa, a 76-year-old who practices a 10-minute mobility routine every morning. She moves her shoulders, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles slowly and mindfully. She told me, if I skip it, I feel it. If I do it, I feel unstoppable. And it shows. Rosa kneels in her garden, dances at weddings, and hasn't had to take pain medication in years. If you can move your joints freely, without wincing or hesitating, that's not just a convenience. It's a badge of honor. Your muscles are supporting your joints, your tissues are staying supple, and your movement is telling a story of youthfulness. Now, if you are experiencing joint pain, don't worry. This isn't the end of the road. There are so many ways to improve flexibility and reduce discomfort. Gentle stretching, hydration, anti-inflammatory foods, low-impact exercises like swimming or chair yoga. These are all tools in your longevity toolbox. The key is to move often, even in small ways. Motion is lotion. If you don't use your joints, they stiffen. But if you nurture them, they'll return the favored dot. So, my modern and unstoppable seniors, If you can still move freely and painlessly, don't take it for granted. That ease of motion is one of the clearest signs that your body is aging better, not just longer. Let me know when you're ready for Sign 6. Maintaining emotional resilience and positive outlook. My modern and unstoppable seniors. We've talked about physical strength, sharp minds, and healthy joints. But here's a powerful truth. How you feel inside can be just as important as how you move or think. Sign number 6 that you're aging in reverse is emotional resilience and a positive outlook on life. Now, emotional resilience isn't about always being happy or pretending problems don't exist. It's about how you respond to life's challenges. Can you bounce back after a tough day? Do you keep your sense of humor even when things don't go as planned? Do you find joy in small, everyday moments? That's emotional strength, and it grows deeper with age if you let it. Many people assume that aging brings nothing but decline, loneliness, or regret. But I've met countless seniors who prove the opposite. They're optimistic, grounded, and more emotionally balanced than they were decades ago. And that attitude doesn't just feel good. It protects your health. Studies show that people with a positive outlook in their later years are less likely to develop chronic diseases, recover faster from illness, and even live longer. Why? Because positivity reduces stress, supports your immune system, and encourages healthy behaviors like staying active, social, and engaged. Let me introduce you to Evelyn. She's 83 and has faced more than her share of life's trials, loss, illness, disappointments. But she wakes up every morning, smiles at the sunrise, and says, "Let's see what today brings." Her attitude is magnetic. People love being around her because she radiates peace and strength. And her doctors say she's healthier than many people 20 years younger. So how do you build emotional resilience if you're struggling? Start small. Practice gratitude. Write down one good thing each day. Surround yourself with uplifting people. Laugh often, even at yourself. Take time to breathe, reflect, and connect with what truly matters. Life doesn't stop throwing curveballs, but your ability to stay centered, hopeful, and strong, that's a sign that your spirit is aging in reverse. Even if your calendar says otherwise. My modern and unstoppable seniors, your mindset is medicine. The way you think, feel, and choose to respond shapes the way your body functions. Emotional strength is a quiet superpower that adds years to your life and life to your years. Now, my modern and unstoppable seniors, we've arrived at the final and perhaps most powerful sign that you're aging in reverse, and that is maintaining independence in your daily life. Sign number 7 is the ability to live life on your own terms, to take care of yourself, make your own choices, and move through the day without constant assistance. That includes preparing your meals, handling your finances, keeping your space clean, running errands, dressing yourself, and simply managing your life with confidence. Independence is often the very thing people fear losing most as they get older. Not just because of physical challenges, but because it's so deeply tied to dignity, identity, and self-worth. But here's the truth. If you're still able to manage your life, make your own decisions, and handle your routine, you are aging with strength and grace that most people only hope for. This kind of independence isn't just a measure of mobility or memory. It reflects the full picture. Your mental clarity, your physical health, your emotional resilience, your habits, lifestyle, and attitude. I once met a man named Frank, age 85. He still drove himself to the grocery store, cooked his own meals from scratch, organized his family's reunion every summer, and handled all his own bills and appointments. One of his grandkids asked him how he stayed so on top of everything. He smiled and said, "I never stopped doing for myself what I was still able to do, and I keep learning when something gets tough." That's the mindset of a truly unstoppable senior. But even if you're not fully independent right now, don't be discouraged. Every bit of responsibility you keep, no matter how small, supports your confidence and vitality. Maybe it's making your own coffee, choosing your clothes, or managing a hobby you love. These little acts build strength, pride, and identity to preserve independence. Here are a few simple but powerful habits to keep in place. Stay active. Movement supports every system in your body. Stay organized. Structure reduces stress and improves decision-making. Ask for help only when needed. Not because you can't, but because it makes life easier while keeping your autonomy. Keep learning and engaging. Whether it's tech, hobbies, or health tools. Independence doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means having the ability and choice to do things on your terms. That's freedom, that's power, and that's one of the greatest signs you're not just getting older. You're aging in reverse. So, my modern and unstoppable seniors, let's recap quickly the 7 key signs you're aging better than most. Getting up from the floor without help. Walking briskly without losing breath. Keeping a sharp memory and focused mind. Maintaining balance and coordination, moving with flexible, pain-free joints, staying emotionally strong and positive, living independently and confidently each day. If you recognize even a few of these in yourself, you're doing better than most 80-year-olds, and probably better than you realize. You are proof that aging can be strong, smart, joyful, and full of life. If you enjoyed this and want to stay ahead of the aging curve, be sure to subscribe to Wellness for Modern Seniors. Hit that bell icon and leave a comment below sharing which signs you still have. You might just inspire someone else. Remember, age is just a number, but how you live each day is your legacy. Keep going, keep glowing, because you, my unstoppable seniors, are just getting started.